excited for all of this. As the calendar turned to January, you get that itch, kind of the rhythm of the year. It's time for baseball to get started, and so with this event now happening, now this was circled on my calendar for a while, knowing like when FanFest came about, that spring training was right behind it. So couldn't be more excited for this to go down and for us to get after it.
You had 3 months since you signed with this team. Do you have a conversation with each player or some kind of player? Do you talk with them?
I've done my best to seen some in person, text, some phone calls. So over that time, I've done my best to try to at least reach out and make some type of a connection before knowing that the real work is ahead when we get all together in Jupiter.
We'll go to Christina. And
the off season, what was the most important thing for you to accomplish as the new manager?
Putting our staff together, and it took. We had some heavy lifting to do. Feel great about those that we have on board, and already have some down in Jupiter and have been down for a few days. So the chance now to with so many video calls we've had and messages electronically to finally sit down in person and just talk about players, talk about how we're going to go about doing things. There's going to be a lot. It's newness for all of us, and we're going to kind of have to forge our own path with how we're going to work together. But the quality of people has been as advertised from the interactions during the interview process.
For you now, you said you can make communication with some players. Just what is your initial impression of the roster you're going to have up in Jupiter when everything starts up next week?
Yeah, we have a ton of arm talent, and it's nice. When he starts, getting Sandy back is a big boost, and he's former Cy Young winner, and so that's a great place to start. We have some other talented members in that rotation with Ryan Weathers, and Edward Cabrera is very talented. I think everybody's going to be really excited to see Max Meyer this year. We're very excited about his off season. And we had some guys in the bullpen last year that really had solidified and had terrific years, and Bender and Nardi, Fauché, Cronin. So there's some opportunity there, but there's a lot of talent, and there's more talent behind that. And on the position player side, I'm most excited. It's a chance to speak with him and watch him, like the eagerness, the hunger, the youthful energy that brings is great for all of us. And they're very excited about this year getting started, and the hope that us as a staff are able to continue to elevate their games.
First year manager, first year coach, except for a lot of these guys, what kind of impact would you like to leave on the team in spring training alone?
I think the impact we want to have is we're just kind of trying to set somewhat the standard and expectations of what we're going to be about. And we want them to be open-minded. We want them to, again, look each day as an opportunity to develop, as an opportunity to improve as a ball player on an individual level, and then we'll also look to do that collectively. So that, if we're able to, across the board, have everyone take some steps and improve, what that then means, when you add all those pieces up. So I think it's when being open-minded, being curious, and that each day is an opportunity. You have a choice to either come here and get better or not. And that our job as staff members is to provide the type of coaching and the type of information that allows that to happen, as well as an environment that guys look forward to coming into, right? We hope they come into the building each day and are really excited to show up and come out there and just go work and compete.
Can you talk a little bit about Connor and just defensively where you want to see him kind of improve at third?
Yeah, it's third base is a difficult position, and Connor playing a lot more second base in the minor leagues, a little bit of time in the outfield, first real run at third base last year. So believe that the ability is there. He's an exceptional athlete. There's enough arm, there's enough skill, and now it's getting out and just kind of learning the nuances of playing third and having this chance, in off season and during spring training. Tyler Smarslock is going to be our infield coach. He's going to do some great things. And Connor's, very eager and excited to get out there and get better. And so that's fine. Everyone needs to improve, right? It's our job to try to again create an environment that fosters that and challenges them in a game-like situation. And so, Connor's going to get better. Connor is, committed to getting better.
You mentioned it's time for baseball. Obviously, you have Bride presumably at first. You guys signed Matt Mervis. You guys have Eric Wagner. We spoke to him earlier. Do you foresee there to be enough room for all three of them on the 26-man, or do you think that's going to be competition?
I think there's going to be competition. There always is in the major leagues. There's competition in spring training. There's competition during the season. So many things happen. You can't have enough quality players, and so that's a really, for us, a great problem to have. The more quality of depth and players that we have, yes, it always creates a problem, and guys will rise up, and we would love to have to deal with those types of issues, going forward.
It seemed that you kind of alluded to with the bullpen, but just overall, a lot of maybe jobs up for grabs. Are you excited for the competition, maybe that the guys are going to have to, fight for jobs?
I think so. I think, and the players are too. Like that's what it is. Like this is going to be. It's you want when they come into the big leagues to feel comfortable, right? That you're not looking over your shoulder every day. Am I getting sent out or what's going to happen? It's not a great feeling. But also there's a sense of urgency each day. Here to get better and just try to go out there and perform the best you can that day. There's so much competition that's going on between the lines. Between ourselves, individual and an opponent. And then, from a roster standpoint, but it's a great league, and there's always someone behind that is, wanting to come. So, I think competition is just built in internally in this, and these guys are the best competitors in the world. That's a lot of ways how they get here is, by competing. So I don't think anyone's going to be afraid of that or, back down. That's just the reality of the world and the business that we're in.
You mentioned Max and Nardi. Just, I guess, do they have regular off seasons? They're full go for Wednesday for the official workout. Do you know?
Yeah. Well, right now, let's see. With first, I understand Max should be. Andrew is going to be behind a little bit as he, deals with some things that flared up in the off season. Still, getting clarity on the severity of that. He might just be a little bit behind some of the other guys.